Hello, my beautiful blue avians and everyone else who feels drawn to this video. So today we have a message from the blue avians, and I've tried to make things more blue, and also the pyramid. I felt like it needed to be in this video. Not fully sure why. There might be some kind of connection with the blue avians and pyramids. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments, or if you have any kind of information on this. I'd be very interested to learn more because, we're all learning here. We're all on our learning journey together, experiencing everything. And it's quite interesting. I did see some things before I pulled the cards in my meditation, but I feel like I'm not supposed to say them now. I'm supposed to say them through the video while I'm talking about the cards. So I will start taking out these cards to see what we got here with some of the ones that I pulled already. So let's check them out first. We have Heareth, Starbathing, and Called. Okay, I'm understanding why that was coming through now, because it makes sense what I was seeing. So with this card, longing for home and homesick for the stars. It's a beautiful card. It shows that we really know on the inside that, we've been somewhere else before, and we know that life can be better, things can be better, they can be different. And there's a part of us that craves this, I feel like, freedom and love that we most likely had when we were living as other beings, as blue avians. And we know that the way that things are now in our lives and in the world are just not what we resonate with, not what we want to see here. And we want to see it here as well. And that's why we're here. But also what I was seeing in the meditation was actually a little bird trying to fly up in the sky and trying so hard to fly. But then it always goes back down again, and it always tries to go back up again, and then it always goes back down because it just can't reach as high as it wants to. And I feel like that was probably us. Good way to describe us. Always reaching for the stars, always trying to get there, always trying to get that feeling of when we were there, and always wanting that, but never fully reaching it. And I feel like part of the message is that there's nothing wrong with wanting that, and there's nothing wrong with trying to reach for that. But it's important to understand that we are here for a reason. And it's important also to understand that we're here to experience both that climb to the top and the feeling that we get when we experience even the slight, like even a slight piece of the cake that it is. A slight piece of the stars that we get to experience. It's important to know that we're here to experience that, but also to experience what we experience after, let's say the down, the experience here on Earth as a human, the lows, but not just the lows, the just very human and more earthly experience, and the denseness of the world too. It's about knowing that balance and unbalance are all part of the process. We're not even here to reach balance. We're here to know that it is, understand that it's part of the process. Just you are unbalanced, then you find balance. So then something else goes out of balance, and then you balance that again. And it's just a process of learning, and it's a constant circle that is going on. And that's also us trying to reach so hard, reach the stars, get what as much as we can, getting all of these upgrades, getting all of these activations, transmissions, everything that we receive. Remember that after you receive that, it is normal to have a time period when you might be feeling more dense, you might be feeling heavier, or life might start hitting you with a lot of things that you need to do in your earthly life, yeah, 3D life, human life. So it's important to understand that it's just still part of the process, and to not hate it, to understand it, and know that when we're out of balance, all we have to do is figure out that we are out of balance and why we're out of balance, and then get ourselves into balance in that area. And then, again, the process goes again. We go try to fly back up again. And then, we reach that part that we want. It's like trying to reach for an apple from a tree, and you keep jumping and jumping, and eventually you get it. And then, you eat the apple, but then you want another apple. I think that was a better way to explain it, to be honest, if they showed me that. But yeah, just keep reaching for a new apple, because we're all here to get all these apples and all these, I guess, fruits from all these trees. So we can sample all of them, we can learn from all of them, and we can try them all out. Is it not so exciting just thinking about it? Like, there's so many things that we can try out. Like, humanity has created so many things. I want to try them all out. Some people love food. They want to try out like all kinds of dishes from all over the world. And some people have that as their goal. I want to try a dish from every single country or culture. And that's amazing, isn't it? And you can think about that in so many different ways. Like, it doesn't have to be food, it can be so many other things, and you just want to try out everything. And I don't know, I feel like this excitement for life. Maybe you guys are gonna start experiencing it too, or you're already experiencing it too, and you're like, yeah, I agree, yes. But yeah, just remembering that it's all part of it, and keeping it's, I think, also part of our mission. We're being called to know that, yes, it's part of our mission to reach for the stars and get a little piece of it. And falling back down actually means that we're bringing that little piece that we took off. It's like that apple that we picked. We're bringing it down to the surface, and now the surface can also experience the apple. And it's like a little kid. Oh, I didn't see that apple. It was so high up, but now I see the apple, and now I can experience it too, because you're sharing it with the kid. But yeah, let's continue with the other cards that are also very interesting. It's yeah, again, very interesting that these two are coming through together, because literally it says soul gifts and training. It's what you've been training for, and you've been training your whole life, and you've been training even before you came to live in this life. And really, that's really being activated right now, and it has been activated throughout your whole life, so that now you can start really sharing this apple that you picked, and sharing this energy from the stars that you kept reaching for and you kept bringing down. It's time to share more of that with others, or do whatever you feel called to. Like, go on your mission, because all of us have our own mission, and it's gonna be so different. Everyone's mission is so different, and some people have a more, let's say, more basic sounding mission, where you might feel like, really, is this my mission? But I don't think you would. Actually, I want to go back on that. If it's your mission, I don't think you would be thinking, is this my mission, really? That sounds boring. I feel like you'd still be excited about it. So if you're thinking, is this my mission, really? That sounds boring, then maybe that you don't know everything about your mission, or maybe that's not exactly your mission. But yeah, it's something that you're probably very excited about, and maybe even a bit nervous about doing. But you should be feeling it. You should be feeling that things are starting to ramp up. The energy is ramping up. Everything is, everyone and everything is kind of gaining a higher vibration, like more momentum, and while there's more chaos in the world, there's also more order in a way, like within ourselves. Maybe you can feel it. Like sometimes you might feel like, yeah, I feel really balanced for some reason some of these days. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you feel the exact opposite. But yeah, let's check out the other cards as well. So we have open, say yes and expand through the extremes, trust life. Yes, trust that all of these extremes, like, you know, reaching so high up again and then getting back down in. Or another thing I saw was being in water, swimming, and then coming out and breathing, taking a breath and like into the open, into the light, and then going back down in again, and then going back up into the light, and then going back. And at first it felt like, oh, I need to go up so that I can breathe, but then it was more of a realization, wait, you know, it's kind of fun swimming. I could swim around. I can have fun here in the water. I don't need to constantly be trying to go up for air. And I guess in the same sense, I don't need to constantly be down swimming. But yeah, it's again the extremes, the cycles, and the kind of metaphor for expansion, which is all coming through now. And we're expanding like this for a reason. It's part of our journey so that we can get to where we need to get. So it's so important to put the pieces all together and see what the puzzle really is trying to tell you, and trust that nothing is happening to you that it isn't supposed to happen. And not believing that, also not believing that something is way better than something else. I think that's also a big part of it, like thinking, oh, I think I chose the right decision here, because when you do that, you tip the scales a lot, which again, there's nothing wrong with being out of balance and tipping the scales, but sometimes, you know, feeling like, yeah, those were both good decisions isn't a bad thing. Or those are both decisions. They're not good or bad. They're just both decisions I could have made. That is a better way to put it. We also have the anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. Again, just like this card, just pretty much the same energy coming through, which if it's coming through twice, then that's a big calling to you right now, to all of us, that yes, now really is the time. We're not messing around, you know, with this message. Now is the time to start acting and start doing these things that you feel like you should do and you need to do, or what you need to say, whatever you're feeling called to, whatever your mission is. You know it. It's inside you. It's trying to tell you. Everyone is trying. Everyone, yes. Your whole life is sending you signs. You've been sent signs of what your mission is. So notice them and go forth. And you can probably feel it really, again, seeing recently the upgrades or activations you've received, or the gifts that you have, realizing how you can work with them. I mean, that's for the people who aren't sure what their mission is. But I have a feeling that a lot of you already know your mission, and you're probably excited and feeling like, yeah, I have been feeling like something is about to come, something is about to start. And yeah, I'm guessing you're feeling it already. There's just no doubt in my mind, especially for some of you, that you're already doing your mission, not just feeling that something more exciting as well is coming. So we also have 4 tarot cards here. We have the Hermit, the Magician, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is reminding me of something I said before, actually. the choices. Knowing that the choices, they're, you know, looking at the choices in a different way, actually. That no matter how good or bad one might seem, weigh them out together like he is. His eyes are closed. He's not letting the outside judge the right answer. He's allowing his inner voice, his inner being, to answer the question for him. And the two decisions, the two choices, they are not too different. They're both, weighed the same. It's just a matter of which one do you want to pick. There's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. The moment you think one is better than the other, you get out of balance. So weighing the choices like that will just help all of us on our journeys, I think. I think that's really why we're being told this. That sometimes also the choices that might seem worse might end up not being worse, and to still remember not to regret things from the past, like, oh, I could have made this decision and things would have been better. No, there's no better or worse. It's a decision. It's an experience. We're here to learn, to experience. Let's not even get into, other universes where we picked other decisions. Everything is happening at once. We're living all of those lives. We're not just living this one. But that's beside the point here. And let's get back to the first card, which was the Hermit, which again really reminds me of that upgrade card, the activation card, where it really feels like we have been on our journeys trying to find this light, trying to reach for this star. It's like the light was up in the sky and we kept trying to reach it and reach it and reach it. And we got so much light from there that we were able to light up the lantern, I guess. And now we can light this for others. Or we can just have it with us, lit, and just walk around. We don't have to particularly be like, hey you, look at this thing that I know. Just have it with you and just walk around. And people who are interested will ask you about it. People who aren't won't. But energy is felt. Everyone will feel it. So you don't have to be super pushy about things, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to force things. Yeah. But all of this knowledge that we are accumulating, all of this light that we are accumulating, it's really giving us the chance to start building and really creating things that we want. With the magician here, like the magician is the alchemist. It's our time to really shape things into what we want them to be. They don't have to stay how they are now. And not only will they not stay, even if we don't even try. Things are constantly changing. But we can make them what we want them to be. And we can create things that we just enjoy. I don't know, I have this feeling of it. It's like soon the time will start when we can really make a bigger change, a bigger impact. But the point here is, again, to not force things. Don't be forceful. Oh no. I'm getting an information that I feel, it might sound controversial to some, but I feel like I need to share it. So what I'm receiving is that, sorry to the ones who are, big fans of protesting and etc. But protests are not the right way to go, because with protests, people are trying to force something. So you're trying to fight to bring peace, but fighting to bring peace doesn't make sense. Peace doesn't come from fighting. Fighting comes from fighting. I hope that makes sense. I mean, we've seen it all in history. No matter how much fighting has been done, peace has not been achieved. And if we go back to that balance part, even then, searching for peace, if you take peace kind of like balance, if we're constantly in peace, there won't be as much growth. So there's a reason that there isn't constant peace as well. It's an understanding that we need to gain to understand that, at least right now, constant peace is not what our world wants, because it will limit growth. Hope that makes sense. But again, let's get back to this. So creating our world, creating what we want, it comes with calmness and I guess a feeling of inner peace. And it's so weird. Like, we've been talking so much, I've been talking so much, I guess, about peace and how things balance is, we're never fully in balance. And we never really probably will be, especially in this life. Let's be honest. I don't think we came here to be fully balanced all the time. But there's a certain point, it feels like there is a point that we can reach. We don't have to be constantly in that point. But that point is where we create the most, where we have the most power to manifest and to really shape things into what we want them to be. I hope this all of this has been understandable to all of you. And I feel like the Three of Wands here is really coming through to show us that, yes, there is another way of creating and shaping things. So again, with the protest thing, by protesting, you will not get peace. But you're protesting, so you're fighting and you're creating commotion, and that is not creating peace. So there might be another way that you're not seeing right now that can be better. And the same goes with a lot of other things. This was just an example I was sent right now. So yeah, it's about weighing out the options and just picking the one you want. Again, there's better, worse, it doesn't matter. It's a choice. So if you want, you can keep picking that choice, but I guess the blue avians are not advising you to do that. But they're advising you to make your own choice still. Follow your inner voice and trust that inner voice. Let's get some more cards, although this video is quite long already because I've been talking so much. I did not expect that. So Magical Crystal Cave, again, switching on your inner light, bringing forward your gifts. Again, the same kind of message. Now is the time to bring forth your gift. Every gift that you have, there's a reason you have it. Every like that you have, everything that you like, there's a reason for it. So start using that more and lighting up the world. All of this that you've accumulated, that you've worked for, start using it and shining bright. So like sharing things, sharing what you're doing, sharing your opinions, but again, not being forceful when sharing. Just living your authentic life, honestly, just being authentically yourself and not being scared of being judged. Funny that I'm saying that when I was so unsure of whether I should talk about the protest part. But yeah, we're here to live by our own truth, and it's about finding that on the inside, not looking out at what others think about what maybe these choices are, thinking about what they are to us, and deciding on that after. Yeah. Manifest your dreams. Focus on your vision. Seek satisfaction and contentment. And again, about manifestation, about creating what you want, your dream, and seeing your options to create that dream. Seeing how you can do that, and working with that inner power, with that higher self that you have, working with everything, all the tools that you have. I feel like part of the message is you've been learning so much about how to do things. It's time to start applying that more. Time to start really creating this better place that you want, or this life that you want, or that you need, or you're supposed to have. So there's just so much here. There's so much information, and I feel like some of it like clashes in a way, or at least my human mind is thinking that. But maybe if I look at it in a higher perspective, it all makes sense. So maybe you guys are feeling the same. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this. I'm gonna end it here, because I feel like it went on for too long. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Do you feel like it resonated? Do you feel like confused? Or were you in agreement with what came through? Or were you like, no, I don't agree with this? I'm really just curious about what people think. I guess, so let me know. And if you're interested in the personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!